The Tesla Model 3 has recently been updated, but what's different between the current and new versions? Well, in this episode, we are going to find out. The new Model 3 has still not been released in the US, so we do not have the price for the new vehicle in America. However, it's going to be very similar to the current version. The current Model 3 rear-wheel drive starts at around $39,000. The long range starts at around $46,000. In certain areas of the world, the new Model 3 is slightly more expensive than the current Model 3, and in other areas, it's slightly more affordable. The current Model 3 is a very good looking car. The front and the side is the best part of this exterior. They look so sleek, and I love the beautiful lines on the body panels. The back is also pretty good looking. It doesn't look as good as the front and the side, but it doesn't look bad either. The new Model 3 has some big changes to its exterior design. Most noticeable on the front, the headlights are a lot slimmer, making this vehicle look more like the Model S. The fog lights are removed, and the vent is also wider for better internal cooling. The side is pretty much the same. You have new wheel designs. Just like the previous version, you have 18-inch wheels as standard. You can pay extra for 19-inch wheels. These wheel designs look a lot better than the current Model 3s. There are also two new colors, an ultra red replacing the red multi-coat, and a stealth gray, replacing the midnight silver metallic. The new Model 3 also has noticeable changes on the rear. The taillights look so much cooler, and they are also single-piece taillights, so when you open the trunk, they disappear. The bumper also has a different design, and this looks so much better. Most of these exterior design changes makes this vehicle look like the Model S, and that car is one of the best looking vehicles I've ever seen. Between these two vehicles, I prefer the look of the new Model 3. In my opinion, it looks more futuristic. The current Model 3 is beautiful. But which exterior design do you guys prefer? Let me know in the comments down below. The Model 3's interior is super minimal. You have this massive center display which is 15 inches big, and it also has those basic comfort features such as heated seats and a heated steering wheel. The current Model 3 is also equipped with laminated glass on the front two windows and the windshield. But how does this interior compare to the new version? Just like the exterior, the new Model 3's interior looks very different. The most noticeable feature is the ambient lighting. Ambient lighting has been a long-awaited feature, and now we finally have it. These are also RGB LEDs, so you can set them to whatever color you want, and it just looks awesome at night. Tesla has done a superb job by adding the ambient lighting. It looks so good the way it wraps around the dashboard and flows into the door panels. The center display is also slightly bigger. It's now 15.4 inches big. And for the first time ever, the Model 3 has two displays. You have an 8-inch rear display which provides climate controls and entertainment for rear passengers. That was also a very good change Tesla has done to the interior. The steering wheel has also been heavily updated. The stalks have now been removed, so all the controls you had on the stalks are either on the steering wheel or on the touchscreen. It looks really good like that, but it can be a little difficult to control. Tesla did leave the center horn. In the Model S and the X, they added the haptic button for the horn. Thankfully, they didn't do that to the Model 3. The interior quality has been improved. You have more expensive feeling materials. The interior comfort has also been upgraded. The Model 3 for the first time has front ventilated seats. Ventilated seats is a very nice feature to have during the summer, just like how heated seats is a very nice feature to have during the winter. The rear seats are also slightly more reclined, making them more comfortable. And like the Model 3, you have laminated glass on the front windows, but now you also have it on the back windows. All of the windows on the Model 3 are laminated. This interior is beautiful. It's a big upgrade over the current version. The overall idea is the same. You have that super minimal interior, but it's just been enhanced so much more. It's so much more luxurious than the current interior. Both of these vehicles have over-the-air updates, so as you own your Model 3, it gets better over time. There are different games that you can play on the center display, and you can also watch whatever you want. You can watch whatever you want on the center display, and in the new Model 3 you can also watch on the rear display. There are also those very cool features such as Sentry Mode, which uses the exterior cameras for the driving assistance systems as security cameras to record for suspicious activity around your vehicle. And if it captures something, it will save that into its built-in dash cam, which comes as standard. When you get back inside, you can view those clips, and you can also view those cameras through the Tesla app. Then there's dog mode. So when you leave your pet inside, This feature will keep the climate on and display a message letting people outside know the pet inside is safe. The technology in these vehicles are awesome. The new Model T is also slightly more advanced. There's an upgraded sound system, so you have 17 speakers instead of 14 speakers. The Bluetooth system has also been improved. You have 2 microphones, one on each side rather than one in the middle. The Wi-Fi connectivity has also been updated for improved performance. The technology in these vehicles are phenomenal. The current Model T was already amazing, and the new Model T is just even better. Has the Model T improved in storage? Well, the current Model T is up to 23 cubic foot of cargo space. There's also a front which has 3.1 cubic foot of space. The new Model T has a slightly bigger trunk. It has up to 24 cubic foot of cargo space. Unlike the Model T, you have a front which has 3.1 cubic foot of space. The current Model T rear-wheel drive has up to 272 miles of range. The new version has up to 318 miles of range. Both of the rear-wheel drive versions have a 60 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which can charge at a rate of up to 170 kilowatts. The current Model T long range is up to 333 miles of range. The new Model T is up to 390 miles of range. Both of the long-range models have an 82 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which can charge at a rate of up to 250 kilowatts. The current Model T rear-wheel drive has one electric motor, which makes 321 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. It weighs over 3,800 pounds. The long range has 2 electric motors, which makes 435 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque. It's slightly heavier than the rear-wheel drive. It weighs over 4,000 pounds. The new Model T rear-wheel drive also has one electric motor, but it makes 279 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. The weight is still the same. It weighs over 3,800 pounds. The long range also has 2 electric motors, which makes 490 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque, and weighs over 4,000 pounds. Both of these vehicles have a single-speed automatic transmission. So the rear-wheel drive versions can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.8 seconds. The long range can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.2 seconds. The top speed has been reduced on the new Model T. The Model T now has a top speed of 125 miles per hour instead of 145 miles per hour. That's because the new Model T has different tires for improved comfort, which aren't meant to be used at high speeds, and most of the times that is the right move. Both of these cars have shock suspension with dampers. However, the new Model T suspension has been upgraded for improved comfort. Both of these cars have sway bars on the front, and there's also speed-sensitive steering, which will sense how fast you're going and adjust the steering assistance, making it easier to steer. The brakes are also the same. So as standard, these cars have 320mm discs gripped by 4-piston calipers at the front. At the back, these vehicles have 335mm discs gripped by single-piston calipers. The Model T provides a very nice driving experience. The current Model T's shock suspension is pretty good at going over bumps. The speed-sensitive steering makes the steering feel more controllable, and the overall steering is pretty fast, making this vehicle fun to drive. And since this is electric, you have the regenerative braking, which makes this vehicle easy to drive. When you lift up the accelerator pedal, the vehicle automatically slows down. The Model T also has a lot of driving assistant features. You have autopilot as standard, which has adaptive cruise control and auto steer to keep you inside the lane. You can pay extra for the enhanced autopilot package, which provides features such as auto lane change, auto park, summon, and navigate on autopilot. If you want the full self-driving capability, you have to get the full self-driving package. There are also the other features such as automatic emergency braking, lane departure avoidance, blind spot assist, and obstacle-aware acceleration, which reduces the acceleration power when close to obstacles while parking, and may apply brakes if you get too close to an object. The new Model T provides a more comfortable driving experience. You have the updated suspension, which makes the ride even more comfortable than the current version. The improved sound insulation also makes it more relaxing to drive. Unlike the current Model T, the steering is really nice. There's regenerative braking, and the LED matrix headlights have been upgraded for better visibility at night. The exterior cameras have also been improved for autopilot. And there are also those wonderful self-driving features like you have with the current Model 3. Overall, the latest Model 3 is a big upgrade over the current Model 3. This car has always been a terrific car. The technology is insane. It was always practical and always provided a very nice driving experience. The Tesla Model 3 is the best electric car, and the new version is just even better. This is a big improvement over its predecessor, and I definitely recommend purchasing. It's a fabulous daily driver. And by the way, consider subscribing to this channel if you'd like to see more vehicle reviews and comparisons. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode.